my name's Michelle Vineyard. I'm a personal development coach for women, and I specialize in facilitating journeys for women that assist them in seeing past their limiting thoughts, beliefs, and values. So today we're going to talk about this thing that we all do sometimes where we're a passenger in a car or we're driving the car and we're having a lot of anxiety around it. So either we're driving and in charge, or we're a passenger, somebody else is driving, and we have a lot of anxiety going on around that. And I myself have not had too much anxiety around driving, but I have had more anxiety around being a passenger in people's cars. So we're talking about this because it's something that creates a lot of anxiety for people. There's a lot more going on around that, and I want to just explain a little more about that. So all that's happening is you're having a lot of thought about your experience. You are thinking about what could happen. You are thinking about what the other person's doing. You're thinking about how they're driving. Your mind is actually spinning a story for you about what's going on with that person, with their thinking, with their driving technique, with all the other drivers on the road. Your mind is putting a story together for you. It's churning a story for you. And it's painting a picture for you. And it really has no idea what's going on. If we can just see that bigger picture, then it just has no idea what's going on. It can't possibly know what's going on. It's just creating a lot of anxiety inside of you by putting together some sort of a story. Same thing when we are the driver and maybe we're in an unfamiliar place. We don't know how to get from point A to point B exactly. It's not familiar to us. But that's one of the scenarios that might give me a little bit of stress, and if there's heavy traffic. Same thing, we're caught in a lot of thought. We're trying to figure out our plan, our route. We're trying to be defensive driving. We're trying to, simply navigate, maybe pay attention to what's going on in the car. And we're having a lot of thought. And so that's a great time for the mind to come in and add the extra thinking, the churning about what could happen. And, this doesn't look like I think it should. And it just goes on and on and on. So it's a great time for you to see, to zoom out and see what's going on in that moment, that you're actually just caught in a lot of thinking. And when you can see that, when you can give yourself a little space, it opens you up for something more to come in. What I mean by that is you can see a little bit more. You can see you're having all this thinking, and maybe you need to just pull over and take a breather. Maybe you need to just pull over and get a drink of water, use the restroom, take a break. Like whatever wisdom that needs to come through to get you out of that thinking will, if you're open to it. If you can see past the anxiety or of the thoughts and what's going on with the thinking, it opens up a space for it to be different. And a lot of you might say, oh, I had a bad car wreck. I had a relative that was killed in a car accident. We have a million different reasons why we might have anxiety around riding in the car or driving the car. If we've had experiences like those, absolutely. But just looking at that too, we can see that it's just thought. Those experiences have already happened. They have left some sort of impression on our mind. Our mind now creates all of this thinking around it and brings it into the present moment, where it actually doesn't have any power in the present moment, but the mind brings it forward as if it is something in the present, and then it puts this story around it. And before you know it, you've got all the anxiety in your body. You've got all the thinking going on, everything like it's full force right in the present moment. Again, if you can just give yourself a little space around that, see what's going on, and just feel into it and see, okay, yeah, I had a really tragic thing happen, and that was in the past. And now my mind's bringing that forward, and it's putting a story together around it. And I'm feeling all this human emotion, and it's simply energy that needs to move through me and then move on to the next minute. And you're actually okay. While all this is going on, while all this thinking is going on, you are okay. And just giving yourself a little space to see more around that. So if you heard something in this video that resonated with you and you want to find out more about my coaching practice, please check out the essence-experience.com website. Thanks for watching. Please share this with anyone that you might think might get you some use out of it. And thanks.